Largs Marina, sailing assessment from the 28th of April to the 3rd of May 2024 with Go West Sailing. The international crew was Iris from Italy, Zdenek from the Czech Republic, Khalid from Kuwait, Howie, the examiner, who lives in Scotland now, but is German, Bill, who sounds like an Englishman, but was born and bred in Edinburgh, and me, who is proudly South African. On Monday morning, we left Largs Marina, went past Millport, passed round the southern tip of the Isle of Bute, and then went to Loch Ranza and the Isle of Arran. After picking up a mooring ball at Loch Ranza and having lunch, we headed up north to Tarbet. Right, so this is day one. There's our international crew. We'll introduce you all later, and there's our skipper.
Almost like intercontinental.
Indeed, it is.
Yep, and we're just doing the planning for day one. So where we headed for lunch?
Going to Loch Ranza.
So Ranza, all right. And that should be wind close haul firstly, and then wind on the beam, port beam, and then a nice run to Loch Ranza, and then up from there to where? Tarbet. Okay, and that'll be a pretty much a run if the wind doesn't change direction. It's blowing a southerly wind at the moment. Right.
Yeah. Hallo, ich wurde halt bei this emergency tiller. Apart from that, what else is here? There's a catch anchor under there. And yeah, this bit you go. So basically, the emergency tiller would be going in here. There's a plate with the winch handle, open it up, stick the tiller in. So that just goes in there. Here's the manual bilge pump handle, and that's the bilge pump. The manual stuff. Here, attachments, basically just open, pull that ring up, then comes out, and then you can lift it all out. The painter is attached to the boat. If you need it, make sure you figure out where to go up the overboard. It's 9 meter painter on that, so once it's in the water, you pull on the painter.
Then on Monday morning, we set off for a week of sailing assessment with Go West Sailing. Howie was the instructor. We had winds of about 30 knots or so. So we reefed the main and filled the Genoa slightly. And Bill was the helmsman first up. Ek is so dankbaar vir die voorreg op die Weskus van Skotland te seil tussen al die eilande deur. Here we are furling the sails in preparation for coming into Loch Ranza. Everyone coming in, sopping wet, cold. We picked up a mooring ball. Yeah. So we're gonna have lunch. That was an interesting sail. It was pretty good. So we had just left Loch Ranza on the Isle of Arran, and we only had a very small jib out with a following sea. At one point we got 11.5 knots, but Howie later told us that the log was reading 2 knots too fast, but 9.5 knots is not too bad. There are the old castle ruins in Tarbert, and that's the area we came in. And then if you look over there next to that blue boat, we're on the jetty over there. And then that's the town of Tarbert. Reminds me a bit of the jackdaws in the famous 5 books. The route on Tuesday was to go around Otnummet Point, through the Cowles of Bute, have dinner at Wreck Bay, and then go from there to either Kip Marina or Roo Marina.
Burn Challenge accelerates the stream to 5 knots springs in the North Channel and 3 knots springs in the South Channel.
Okay, planning for tomorrow?
Yeah, hang on, but it's just...
Loch Tarbert to Ardlammet Point is going to be 7 nautical miles. Ardlammet Point to Tinnebrook is 7 nautical miles. Then we've got Tinnebrook to Cala Harbour is a further 2 nautical miles. Then a cheeky 1 nautical mile to Wreck Bay, where we'll drop anchor. So that's 17 nautical miles in total. And then we're really going from Ardine Point, which is over here, which is going to be a further 5 nautical miles. Then start heading south, and then aim for the Roseneath Point and then Rue Marina. Okay, so that's it. Other things just to mention are the direction of voyage for some reason is actually over to here, so we're actually going with the direction of voyage until we reach our Mallenish Point, and then we're against the direction of voyage, just to
confuse us.
Just to confuse you.
Filling up the water, but it's a miserable day.
We're going to have the port slip on, and I'm going to bring down port helm.
And with the helm to port and the engine forward, the prop washes the water onto the rudder and pushes the stern to starboard. And with a bow spring, the stern then goes to starboard, and when it's at the right angle, put the boat astern, and then you slip the bow spring, and then you're on your way.
Okay, all right, let us slip, please.
Okay.
Bring on board. Okay, thank you.
Is that a 42 Jeanneau as well? Is it the same boat as yours?
No, that's a Bavaria, that's a 39.
A Bavaria. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
a 39 Bavaria.
I thought we could do some match racing today.
Ah, that would be nice. One thing I've got insurance for racing.
After leaving Tarbet, we headed in a southeasterly direction towards Ardlammet Point, and once we rounded the point, we headed in a northerly direction to go through the Cowls of Bute. And this is the actual course sailed. You can see how much further it is when you close hauled.
And then, yeah, just hook it. Okay, and then just let this out a little bit. Just yeah.
Right,
So,
it's Tuesday night, dinner time. And we anchored in Wreck Bay. Yep.
appropriately named.
Cows.
And the Cowls.
And the cows beside the burnt islands.
And we have decided that we are going on a night sail. We'll leave here at 8:30, round about 8:30, 9 o'clock. The first bit we're expecting some headwind, so we probably motor. And then once we've rounded the corner, then we'll have maybe a beam reach. And then we're heading up to Marina. Is that right?
Is that? Yeah.
So that's the plan.
Yeah.
Due to unplanned family commitment, Bill had to leave us, so we went down to Largs from Wreck Bay, and then at night after that we went up to Roo Marina.
We are ready if you're ready. Ready?
Okay, it's up.
Okay, I got up. Okay.
Right. Those familiar with Largs might recognize the Global Surveyor Go West sailing vessel, which goes from the North Pole to Antarctica on expeditions. And this is the course we plotted from Largs Marina to Roo Marina. Unfortunately, we say goodbye to Paul. Yeah.
You take care.
Yeah.
Keep in touch.
You too.
got your
Yeah,
number,
we'll keep in
okay?
touch. Good. Nice to sail with you. Okay. Take it easy. Right, and we're off again. Hey, this is Roo Marina. It's Wednesday morning and the sun is out. I've seen the sun since we started. It's good. The wind's not so cold, but there's wind, which is fantastic. Last night we motored in. We only got to sleep at 2:15. We had to motor all the way in. The course today took us from Roo Marina to Kip Marina after doing some man overboard and mooring ball under sail maneuvers. And this is Aris showing us his skills picking up a mooring ball under sail. This is dinner Wednesday night. We have bangers and mash, and who better than someone from Kuwait Khalid to make.
The secret family recipe. of
Secret
course.
family recipe. Yep. Thank you very much. And we spent the day doing picking up mooring ball under sail and man overboard drills. Yeah, it was fair wind blowing and it was nice to get that exercise in. And this is Cape Marina. Zdenek plotted the course from Cape Marina to Millport and then from Millport down to Troon.
Today we will have 2 legs. One leg to Millport, and second leg after lunch to Troon. Altogether it will be about 28 nautical miles. I'll also it should take us 6 hours. We will have eastern wind.
This is passage planning on Thursday morning. Gull winging.
I don't like it. No?
And setting the sails from Millport to Troon. And there's Khalid at the helm. Friday morning we sailed up from Troon to Largs Marina and ended our week. Right, Zdenek and Aris. Yep, and we're on our way from Troon to Largs today, and there you can see that in the background is a tall ship. thought we'd have no wind this morning, but yeah, it's come up a bit. We're doing about 6 or 7 knots, which is fantastic. On a beam reach.
The rain. It's wet.
Back at Largs Marina, this is the end of our week's sailing. Thanks to Go West Sailing, Howie the instructor, and the guys that were with me on this sailing trip. These are hungry sailors after a day's sail. I also just have to mention that Khalid took charge of the galley, and we're all very grateful for that. He did a very good job. Thanks, Khalid. I asked Aris to tell the same story with his hands behind his back, and he couldn't do it. Zdenek doing duty in the galley, enjoying a pint in Tarbert. These next few photos are when we were in Tarbert, including the old Morris Minor that was so nicely restored. This is the old sail loft in Tarbert. It looks like someone's trying to escape, but actually it was just Aris that had put a boot in the hatch to catch some wind. And this is Aris taking a fix for an estimated position. Here we are trying to dry our wet towels in the wind in Tarbert. And this is a beautiful sunset in Troon. Another example of God's awesome creation. Back at the office of Go West, we're receiving our sailing certification. And then I must also just add, I don't know why some got more airtime than others, so I do apologize for that, but we were all part of a team and we enjoyed the week together. And also my humblest apologies for it taking so long to get this video out.